Hey guys, welcome back. So yesterday was bad. You don't have to coddle me. You can tell me. I know it. It was bad. So my solution was to take off the headphones. It's gonna solve all my problems. I don't know what these little horsey guys do. Oop. So I'm going to finish my regression to the mean note. I didn't explain it well at all. But what do you do with it? Don't ask me. I don't know. The best example for me is baseball. You always hear it in baseball, like someone has a good year, and then you hear the analysts say, well, he's going to regress to the mean this year because he had an abnormally good year, so he's going to regress next year. So if he... Oh, I don't know how to get back. If he has a 350 batting average, then next year he's going to regress to the mean, which is 300 or whatever. That's always confused me a little bit because how do you know what the mean is? Well, it's a little bouncy guy. How do you know what a player's mean is until after he's like retired, right? So let's say a player has... I have no idea what to do here. How am I stuck already? A player has a really good year. Alright, here we go. I'm looking it up. I don't care. It's bad. Today's bad. The horse heads resemble chess pieces. In chess, the horse or knight moves in an L shape. So stand... Is this... Okay, this is... What... I still don't know if I get it, but... Is this really what you're supposed to do? What? But definitely stand an L shape away. Ooh. Okay, you stand an L shape away and then throw it? This is ridiculous. This is the weirdest Zelda puzzle I've ever done. Okay. Okay. That caught me off guard. Now what do I do? Okay. So if I remember what I was talking about. Okay. So if a player has a good year, so let's say the first 2 years they bat 300, and then the third year they bat 350. Then an analyst will usually say, like, well, next year they're going to regress to whatever the average is between those three numbers. 950 divided by 3. I don't know, 320 or whatever. But that's not true because The player might just have gotten better, has learned how to hit the ball better. So maybe their mean is better than 320. Maybe now it is 350, so they won't regress. So, Anthony, aren't you just talking about something you have no idea what you're talking about? Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. 538 is a website that does a lot of cool statistic stuff. And what they do in basketball is there's a treasure chest in here. They do similar players. So they rank a player based on their similarity over the course of their previous seasons to a player like Michael Jordan's first 5 seasons. So then if a player is similar for the first 5 years to Michael Jordan, then you could say, okay, their next year might be similar to Michael Jordan's 6th season. I like that better than like a regression model or whatever people do. The one thing I don't like about this game is when you find out a secret, they do the thing. That thing. But I don't like they change it up. I like everything about this game. The music is great and everything, but I don't like the tone. It's like burr, 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 burr. I don't like it. I don't like how they changed it. That noise. I don't have my headphones on, but I know it just played. I got the map. It's not very helpful. I needed a key. This shrine is big. This is the biggest temple yet. I need more keys. Where are my keys? Don't see any. Let's go up there. I remember, so the book talked about, there's this thing in basketball that people always argue about called the hot hand, which is like, if a guy is shooting well, you want to feed him the ball because he's shooting well, and he's like, oh, he's gonna make he made his first 4 shots, so you're like, oh, he's gonna make his next one because he's like hot. He's shooting it well. And like old school basketball people will be like, yeah, the hot hand is a real thing. Like when players are shooting well, you want to feed them the ball. And new school people will be like statistic heavy, and they'll be like, well, actually, if you look at the statistics, the hot hand isn't a real thing because of regression. If a player makes his first 3 shots, the likelihood that he'll make his next shot is still his average, his field goal average. It's not higher. And I guess they did a bunch of tests on this to figure it out. And like if a player makes his first 4 shots, what's the likelihood that he'll make his next shot? And there's a ton of data on this because there's like 80 games every year and there's 30 teams, so there's like thousands of games of data to look at. Somebody did the math and they figured out like there's no such thing as a hot hand. Really, it's not significant. Which is kind of hard to believe, because like I played basketball for a little while, and like you get a lot of shooting is just like confidence. Like if you have the confidence to shoot and you're feeling it, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I guess it's not a thing. Like you feel like you've got a rhythm So I don't know where I stand on that, but it's hard to believe that it's not a thing, but if the stats say it's not, then it must not be. There's one other interesting thing he mentioned. He's talking about like commentators in ski jumping. So he said, if a ski jumper has 2 jumps and they do really well on their first jump, the commentator will say something like, well, the jumper's not going to do great on this next jump because he's going to be nervous because he did really well on his first jump, and it's going to be a lot of pressure to do good on his next jump. I have to go down some stairs somewhere. And if the ski jumper does really bad on his first jump, then the commentator's going to be like, well, the pressure's off on this next jump, so he's going to be better. And that's kind of like interesting way of just humans intuitively creating stories around a mathematical principle that, because he's describing regression to the mean, but he's doing it in like a story and like a personal way, and he's like putting emotion and human elements into it, but really it has nothing to do with it. It's just all math. Like if someone does really good on their first jump, then obviously regression to the mean, they're probably not going to do as good in their next jump. Okay, go. Ah, shoot. And if they do, then you're not going to be like, oh, I guess I was wrong. You're just going to be like, oh, wow, that's surprising. I wasn't expecting that. But that's the same thing. Like if you were looking at regression to the mean, you wouldn't be expecting it, but it's still possible that it could happen. What did I do wrong? Oh, I know what I did. Now go. Okay. Nope. Okay. I thought that was interesting. And it kind of reinforces my belief that like humans love stories. We really care about storytelling. It's like one of the most important things for humans. It's what makes us different than animals. One of the most important things. Not the only thing. But that's it for today. Did I do better than yesterday? I do feel like my mouth is dry. I don't feel compelled to say how bad of a job I'm doing like I did yesterday, which is good. Okay. I'm booking through all these episodes. I've already done 4. I want to do like 10 more though. And I want to beat this game. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll record more episodes tomorrow. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.